Sticks and stones can break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That is so untrue. Words cut just as deep as a knife. They just cut our soul, they cut our spirit, they cut into our heart. And once we say those words, once those words are released from our mouths, we can't take them back. The damage is already done. And the Bible speaks several places about holding your tongue. Just because you can say something doesn't mean you should. And we, as a race, the human race, have completely abused the right to freedom of speech. What people take that to mean is that say whatever you feel. You have a right to come up against people. You have a right to say things just because they're in your heart. And that is not true. The Bible speaks in Proverbs especially. Matthew is another one, Ephesians. And the psalm, set a watch before my mouth, Lord. Every one of us before we leave our houses should be praying that because we need help. It's too easy to speak. It's too easy to say those, and when we come out to someone to lash out what's in our hearts and we speak those harmful words, that scar is there. No matter how much we apologize, no matter how much we wish we could take it back, it's there. And just because you can say something doesn't mean you should. That's one of the hardest things that I used to deal with because I'm a talker, if you couldn't guess. And I have said things I wish I hadn't. Power of life and death is in the tongue. You just think about how serious that is. And that you can control, you can make or break someone's spirit by what you say. And don't get me started on freedom of speech. Because that goes against the Bible. Just because you can view your opinion does not mean you should. We have ruined so many things by getting out there and speaking about them, putting them out there when they have no business being out of your heart. That's words can be like honey or they can be like a sword. And we should always try to speak life over someone, not death, not any negativity, because that's almost like that's a word curse. When you speak negativity to someone, that's like putting that in their mind and even in their subconscious. If you say that someone can't do something, oh, you can't do that, that's damaging their spirit. You are unknowingly or maybe knowingly cursing someone by saying, oh, you can't do that. So now they think that they're not able to do that. Words are so powerful. Words are absolutely powerful, and we will be held accountable for every single word that rolls off of our tongues. We think we won't. We think it's minor. We think that we can say anything. And while it may not be against the earthly law, if God puts it in the Bible, it's in stone. It's written in stone. And if God says that you're going to be held accountable for every word, you can bet. So make sure your words speak life into someone. Make sure that they are dripping with honey. And make sure that you are sincere. You want to heal someone. We can heal someone with our words. Not just cut them down.